Hey everyone, so today is going to be another pick a card reading. Today's pick a card reading is going to be, are they still talking about you? And in what context? So this can be for anybody that you're curious about. This could be romantic person of interest. This could be friends, family, coworkers, random people you knew from whenever, whoever you want it to be about. Someone that you're curious to know about, like, basically, do they still have your name in their mouth? Are they still talking about you? Kind of energy, and in what context. So we'll be doing that, and I'll be showing you the cards to choose from in just a minute. Go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. You're going to want to let your intuition do the picking. And yeah, the timestamps will be down below in the description to go to your section. So let's get started. Okay, so for those of you who are ready to pick, this is card 1, here's card 2, and over here is card 3, and you can pause this if you need to make your selection. Okay, those of you who chose 1, let's go ahead and see, are they still talking about you? Sorry about that. Got my iced coffee. Okay, let's jump on in. Card 1. So that's my shoes squeaking if you hear that noise. My slippers. So one thing I'm already picking up, card 1, is that you are or were someone who provided a lot of comfort to this person. Like, you were like their security blanket, their comfort space, and they got a lot from and benefited a lot from the connection that you shared. This is the Empress energy. So for them, you are someone who served a very nurturing and creative and inspiring purpose in their life. And that is something they still hold on to about the connection they share with you, regardless of if you're off and on speaking or still speaking or not speaking at all. Like, you do still serve that energy. So I do feel already the energy is leaning towards a yes, they do still talk about you, and it does still feel in a very positive light, at least the majority of the time. It does still feel like they care a lot about you still. But let's just look a little bit further. For those that chose 1, yes, they do still talk about you. But the issue is, right now, or then, or whenever it was that you were involved, you are a placeholder. So it's like, even though they get all of this beautiful energy from you, it's more of them just taking while they're figuring themselves out, while they figure out what they want out, while they figure out who they want out, who they want, whatever it is. Even if it's like, you're there for now, if it's in business, for example, even if it's like you're a placeholder for now, and they're taking what they get from you until they don't need it right anymore, and they can either take all that creative, inspiring energy they got from you to apply to themselves and go about, or find someone else. But that's an example of some of the energy I feel with that. But they do still talk about you. But the good side of it is, it doesn't feel like it's in a negative light, but it does feel like it's more about, sorry, I was trying to hear what my daughter was up to. It's more about what they get from you, rather than them being able to actually replenish anything back into your life. Now, this is interesting. This is the message of, you are draining them. But what I feel about that is, have you ever been around someone that has high expectations of you to change or evolve or to do better or to see your worth, but you were stuck in your own victimhood, or you just weren't ready to change or evolve because that was uncomfortable for you? That's what I feel with this person, as far as like how you drain them. You are the energy that makes them see their faults. And even though you're trying to be there for them, is draining to them because they're not ready to change. They're not ready to do the work fully yet. They're not ready to evolve yet. And if you're asking yourself, well, then why do they keep me around? Because you make it easy for them. You make life easy for them. You make it easy for them to have access to you and all the benefits you offer. You make it easy for them to take ideas from you or to boost up their own ego and energy, whatever it is for you. That's why. But yes, they do still talk about you. So that's what I see. Card 1. If you made it this far, send me a beaver emoji if there is one. Actually, is that a beaver or otter? Those might be otters, actually. But either way, yeah, those are probably otters. Send me an otter or beaver, whatever they got. Let me know what's going on with you. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things to help get this out in the algorithm and support for free. And I'll talk to you another time. Bye. Hi, those of you who chose 2. Let's go ahead and see. Are they still talking about you? Whoever you're curious about. Okay. Already, I'm leaning towards a yes. And this is the Apprentice of Cups, which I believe in this deck is similar to the Page of Cups. I didn't read the guidebook, but y'all know how I do. I don't usually do it anyway because I read more intuitively. But yes, this is giving like Page of Cups energy. So yes, I do feel like they do talk about you. But it also feels like, because what I'm seeing through my clairvoyance is like someone taking their arm and just pushing. So it's almost like, and again, this is generating, take it resonates, release it doesn't. It feels like for some people, they either like push the idea of this developing, whatever this connection is you share to more, they push it out to the future, meaning like they kind of keep you at arm's length because they're not ready right now. For some of you, this could also be that pushing I'm saying is that they've realized that they have pushed you away, whether that was to deflect from what they did wrong, whether that was because at the end of the day, they're not ready, or whether it was they have guilt, or they felt they were trying to protect themselves or protect you for whatever reason. That's coming through as well with that energy. And I also feel like for those of you that have not been in contact, I feel like they will be in contact again because they do like to circle back to see if they still have any influence, impact, if you still care, whether they're ready to invest into the connection or not. It's more of an ego thing. Like, have they forgotten to, or have they really moved on? Like that kind of energy. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be for literally anybody. Family, business, friends, random people, whatever it is, that kind of thing. But when they do talk about you, because it does feel like a yes, it does feel a bit like it's got some immature energy to it. It feels like the kind of energy is like where they do, how do I explain this? It doesn't feel like it's always in a negative light. In fact, it feels more positive, but there are some times where it feels like this person may talk about you, but they kind of twist things to also make themselves look better in the mix of things. And that comes from that immaturity that they may have, or they might talk about you and leave out little details that they did that would make them look worse to protect their own image. That kind of energy is coming through with this. Because it feels like they're still learning to stand on their own 2 legs, on their own 2 feet. And, the accountability does not feel like their strong suit. So let's see what else is going on there. For those of you that chose to. They do still hold respect for you, whether they say it or not. Behind the scenes, they do. But remember how I talked about that image of like pushing things away or off or at arm's length, like almost like pushing away for later too. When they have more free time is when they feel like they will give you some attention or pop up again or things like that. In other words, you're not at the forefront of on their priority list, but they do talk about you still from time to time. They do still think about you from time to time, kind of energy. Let's see. Spirit is saying you are not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong person. And I'm hearing that you'll probably realize this even more next month or the month after, from whenever you see this, when you start like reflecting down memory lane and putting the pieces together and the math starts adding up finally, and you start to see what the answer is. You'll just realize it just wasn't it. This wasn't a fit. You know, at the end of the day, for whatever kind of connection this was, it just wasn't a fit. And Spirit is just saying like, hey, you know, you're not asking for too much. It's just the wrong person, at least at this particular point in time, you know, in life. So that's what I have for you, card 2. If you made it this far, send me, again, I think this is the baby cow. Send me a cow emoji. And is that a cow? Looks like a cow. Send me a cow emoji, like, comment, share, all the things to help with the algorithm and support for free, and let me know what's going on. I'm curious. Bye. Okay, those of you who chose 3, let's go ahead and see. Are they still talking about you? Truth be told. Okay. Okay. This energy feels like there's like this big wall. Like it feels like a big old brick wall in the way. So I feel like they may not, don't click off yet. There's more information that you should know. But at this time, you know, or at least as of recently, from whenever you've been seeing this, no, they don't really talk about you very much. So it feels like, no, they don't still talk about you. I mean, and it doesn't mean that, oh, never in life they won't again. But as of recently, or as of this time, no, that's not really what they do. Because they are focused on cutting ties. They are focused on cutting things off, or they feel like right now, at least, can't speak on forever, energy's always changing, but they feel like, hey, everything needs to just like a clean break, cut off, not talk about you, not look at your stuff anymore, block, mute, delete, take a break, whatever it is the energy coming through from their side. And they're standing on that. This is 7 of Wands energy. So they feel like they have to stand on that right now. And even though there were parts of this connection that they found to be very beautiful, looking at these flowers, they do feel like there is more growth that needs to be made or is being made. And for some reason, in order to do that, there still needs to be, things need to be cut off so that they can focus on that energy or to do better. And yes, for some people, general reading, take what resonates, release what doesn't. For some people, they're doing this out of an energy of guilt or not willingness to fully change, and you may be the one growing and evolving, and so, but they're not ready to make those changes that, you know, maybe you've said that you need to see, or whatever it is. For some people, yes, that's the case, but it's giving this energy of cutting things off, moving on for now, and some people will be for good, but like right now, no, they don't. They want out of sight, out of mind, distract with other things, focus on something new kind of energy. Let's see what else though. There's more messages going on for you. Let's see. You are not priority. Oops. Things continuing going downhill. Things continue going downhill is what that message is. So yeah, this really just feels like it's for the best that they're not talking about you or trying to talk to you right now. Or if they are still in contact, you know, maybe this could be that they're not talking about you to other people, and eventually the things need to just be cut off because it's going downhill. Don't force things is the other message. And right now, you or they are focused on repairing their home life. So maybe for some of you, this is you. You need to focus on just taking care of you and your home base and repairing your own home life and, you know, what's important to you. And for some, they're doing that on their own. But at the end of the day, Spirit is saying, quite frankly, they want to move on. And so this is one of those things where you may not understand it fully right now, but the rejection is a protection, and there's better to come for you later on. So this is what I see for you, card 3. If you made it this far, send me a scissor emoji. Like, comment, share, all the things to support the channel for free. Share it around. Help get this in the algorithm. I'll talk to you another time. Bye, card 3.